Alright, what's up guys? Brian here, and this is my Lucha Underground review for last night's episode of Lucha Underground. Of course, last night's episode was the start of the 4-week Ultima Lucha 3, and what an episode last night, especially the main event. I mean, there were two matches, but the main event between Killshot and Dante Fox was, I cannot describe in words. If you guys have not checked out this week's episode yet, I recommend checking it out. So let's just get right into it. The first match was supposed to be Tejano versus Famous B, with Tejano's Lucha Underground contract on the line, where if Tejano lost, he would become an exclusive member of Infamous Incorporated, Famous B's corporation group, and it was supposed to be that way, but it wound up turning into a handicap match. Famous B, who had his arm broke by Pentagon Dark a few weeks, or I believe it was either a few weeks back or a few months back, was in the ring with Tejano. He basically said he called Dario Cueto, and Dario made it a handicap match where he could have a tag team partner. So Famous B, of course, brought out Dr. Wagner Jr., who came out with Nurse Brenda, and it was a handicap match, Tejano versus Dr. Wagner Jr. and Famous B. This was, it was nothing really exciting about this matchup. Famous B scored the win after Tejano planted a kiss on Brenda. Famous B rolled up Tejano and used the feet on the ropes to win the match. So now Tejano is exclusive property of Famous B's Infamous Incorporated. So, there was no surprise. I thought that was what was going to happen. They had been saying about that it was going to be one-on-one, but then, you knew that Famous B was going to have something kind of tripped up his sleeve, and he called Dario Cueto, had it being made a handicap match, all that stuff. So there was no surprise there. Now time to get on, or before that, they did run down what's going to be taking place over the next 3 weeks, since last night was night 1, but the next 3 nights, 3 weeks of Ultima Lucha 3, they ran down the matches like Matanza versus El Dragon Azteca Jr. in a steel cage, the Gift of the Gods ladder match with Pentagon Dark and Son of Havoc. Of course, the big one, the Lucha Underground Championship on the line. Johnny Mundo defending against Prince Puma, who was putting his career on the line. I was almost ready to call Johnny Mundo Johnny Impact, because that's his name in Impact Wrestling. Other matches like the Unique Opportunity Battle Royal, Taya versus Sexy Star in a last Luchadora standing match, Katrina versus Ivelisse, I'm trying to think about it, and then, of course, Phoenix and Marty the Moth Martinez in a hair versus mask match. That was pretty much it for, there were some other matches, and then Cage, Sami Callihan, or Jeremiah Crane, and Mil Muertes in the battle for the the glove. I don't know what they call it now. So those are some of the matches that will be taking place over the next 3 weeks. But the main event of last night's episode, as I mentioned, if you did not watch this week's episode, I recommend checking it out just for this main event. It was Killshot versus Dante Fox in a Hell of War match, which was basically 3 stages of hell. All 3 matches had different stipulation. The first fall was a first blood match The second fall was a no DQ match, and the third fall was a medical evac match. Basically, that match was kind of like an ambulance match where the one guy has to put his opponent into the ambulance after beating him down beating him down. The first fall, as I mentioned, was a first blood match, and all three matches were freaking barbaric, were insane. Killshot and Dante Fox in the first fall, they were hitting each other with everything: chairs, ladders, different moves. In the end, Dante Fox picked up the first fall after backdropping Killshot onto a plate glass window that was set up on two chairs. Killshot went back first. Referee was like, "That's it. He's bleeding." All this stuff. So Dante Fox won the first fall. Second fall, no DQ. This one I think was maybe even barbaric as that one as the first fall. Second fall, like I said, was no DQ. Once again, these two guys beat each other up. They were throwing everything at each other. There was still the broken glass in the ring. That was used. A ladder was used. Chairs were used once again. Killshot brought out a barbed wire board, set it up in the corner of the ring, delivered a sick DDT, spike DDT from to Dante Fox from the middle rope. Went for the double stomp, hit it, but only got a 1 count, and Dante Fox got up like a mix of Hulk Hogan and Undertaker. Looked at Killshot and was like, no, you ain't getting me that way. You ain't beating me that easy. Killshot just like, you know what? That's fine. I'll finish you off. Boom, kicks him in the gut, lifts him up for a powerbomb, and power bombs him through the onto the barbed wire board. Dante Fox's back was all messed up, and that finally finished off Dante Fox for the second fall, where it went to Killshot. And then the third fall was the medical evac match, where like I said, in order to win, you have to stuff your opponent into a medical ambulance. And this one was even more brutal. Same thing, chairs. They brawled out all over the temple. They would end up on where the band plays, and Dante would choke out Killshot with the one of the cables. Killshot would grab a glass bottle, and bust it over Dante's head. Dante would fall off where the band plays, off that podium, and onto a stacked. There was like chairs and like wooden boards, and then like a glass window looked like set up by Dario Cueto, because Dario loves violence, and he wanted these two to kill each other. Killshot would hit Dante with the glass bottle. Dante would fall, boom, right through the glass onto the floor, and Killshot picks him up and puts him in the medical ambulance, and the ambulance drives away, and that was pretty much it. I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this very well, but you have to see this match for yourself. If you guys have not checked out this week's episode, like I mentioned, please check this match out. So that was pretty much it for Lucha Underground, night number 1 of Ultima Lucha Trace. My overall thoughts on night number 1, I thought the main event was incredible, was insane, was awesome. Everything, any word that you can describe it, just for the main event. I didn't care much for the famous B, Dr. Wagner Jr., Tejano handicap match, because you kind of figured that was going to happen, where Tejano was going to lose somehow. But the main event, Killshot and Dante Fox, they literally tore each other to bits. I mean, as I mentioned, please check this one out. I cannot stress that enough. If you've not seen this week's episode, please check it out, especially just for this matchup. But like I said, overall, I thought it was a good start, an amazing start to the full week event of Ultima Lucha 3. So, with that being said, this has been my review of what took place on last night's episode of Lucha Underground. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.